Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Frank, Sawbladeprojects.com, located in Europe, Slovenia. So I'm a boomer. Boom!
Guys, welcome back to the shop. Now, if you watched my last Join It episode, you know that my brother came to visit me to give me a hand on that particular build. Well, his birthday is this weekend, and I want to give him something that will help him with his new business. I'm going to make him a decal, much like the one that I made for the back glass of my truck, that will help him get started on advertising. So let me take you to my computer now. Okay, now we have the Silhouette software pulled up. First thing we're going to do is go to the cutting menu and just kind of set our settings that we like for vinyl, and that will set our blade cutting number. We're going to remove the cutting mat as well, which changes our borders up a little bit. Since we're using a roll of vinyl, you don't need the cutting mat. So now that that is set, I will take the trace menu and put it up. Now go over to wherever you're going to keep your file. Since I am on a Mac, I keep it in my Finder on my desktop. And this is the file that I want to bring in. Okay, now that I have it to the size that I like, I'm going to come over here to the Select Trace area. We're going to just draw a square around the logo, and you can get it as tight as you like. And what that will do is turn the filters on, which highlights everything in yellow. Now, I want to trace the outer edges of each of these pieces, not the inner edges as well. So the high pass filter is something that I don't want to use because of that. So I'm going to turn it off. You can see that changes it up a little bit. But what I'm going to do is turn the low pass filter on. And I might just play around with the settings. As you can see, some of the yellow goes away here. So I'm going to back that back off, maybe to 0.5, just to kind of keep it low. The threshold is something that fills in a lot of the gaps. So I'm going to turn it up to start, and then I'm going to back it down until I have a pretty crisp and clean look, and that right there tends to do. The scale, what that does is just kind of defines your lines a little bit better, makes them cleaner. And as you can see, having it zoomed in like this can really help. Just make sure that our square is over everything that we like, and since that is the look that we are going for, we're just going to trace it. And now we're going to remove our logo away from it. So now, as you can see, everything that is red is what's going to get cut out. So this line will get cut, and that line will get cut. This line will get cut, that'll get cut. It's all outer borders. So that gets within the borders up and down. Maybe increase it a little bit. There we go. And I'm actually just going to just put it right on the red line. As you can see, I'm splitting the two E's apart from one another. And now that I've got that set, I'm just got to load my vinyl, go back to the cutting menu here. All my settings are still set, and just hit cut. So we'll just open up the unit and turn it on. Now the vinyl roll that you have is pretty standard. It comes with the machine sometimes, and you can buy them separately. And there's a black strip that you might not be able to see that's behind this roller, and you line up the edges of the vinyl with that black strip. And there we go, ready to go. You can go ahead and shut it back if you like. And start removing the excess. Now that section is cut out, I'm just going to take the logo now and move it over to the other side. And this time I'm going to include some of the things that I did not include on the first, so overlapping them will be a little easier. I can remove these certain sections. What I'll probably leave is the section of the border, so that can easily splice together and you won't even know that it's there. And there is the finished logo spliced together. Now my brother also has a second logo that he wants to incorporate in his business. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one. It's basically just grabbing the tracing area and doesn't have to be super tight, but you can make it as tight as you like. Turning on the filters, turning off the high, keeping this fairly low, threshold up, back it off to where it looks good, and we can zoom in a little bit to see it better. You see it looks really good. So I'll probably keep it there. The scale, we'll just fine tune a little bit with that look the way I like it. Hit trace, remove, and there is our logo right there. I know that this edge right here is perfectly square. That is what I will use at the very top of the decal. Okay, we are here at my parents' house with my brother Chad from Leader Creek Customs. Like I said, this is his birthday, so I made these for his birthday to get his vehicle ready for his business. So Chad, you have a YouTube channel, correct?
Yes, I do.
Okay, did it just start?
It did, yes. We haven't got but one video up yet, and still trying to get everything together to shoot some more.
Okay, what kind of videos will these people expect?
Primarily, we're going to be doing some gun videos, maybe some gunsmithing type work on some different firearms, some welding, and some different woodworking projects. Just kind of intermingle a lot of the projects together with some of the different avenues of working with metal, wood, and maybe some gunsmithing stuff.
That's awesome. And Rockin' H Woodshop is really wanting to go into another direction too, and it's kind of fortuitous that my brother has already started to get into the game, because I want to do some collaborations with him to intermingle the metalwork along with the woodworking. So you will see some collaborations in the future from he and I. All right, now we originally anticipated to put this logo on his glass, but since it is really dark and black, the red foreground will just not show up as well as the white background. So we decided to put it on the quarter panel on both sides. This one is actually going to be very simple. The other side has the gas filler area, so we cannot put this big round one right over that. There's just not enough room. The other logo is an oval shape, so there's plenty of room on that. I appreciate you guys joining us for this episode of Rockin' H Woodshop. I've had a blast doing this with my brother. This was his birthday, so how old are you again?
43.
I hadn't even hit 40 yet, so. I know that this wasn't woodworking, but I wanted to do something very special, and having this logo on here will allow him to be able to get his business started and advertising out there ready to go. Chad, you have a channel like we said before, so where would they go to find you?
I'm on Leader Creek Customs, and I appreciate if you guys just come on over and subscribe, and stay tuned for some more videos.
I am looking forward to do several collaborations with him, so I hope you guys can head over to his channel. Be sure and subscribe, like all his videos. Doesn't have a whole lot yet, but he will. So thank you guys very much. Be safe in your shops. We will talk to you on the next build and see some more collaborations in the future. 1, 2, 3, boom! And this particular one fits just right. On the other side, there is a gas can filler lid, something or other, the cut. That was stupid. H Woodshop, I know that this was not a particular... God, Lee, that's screwed up. Okay.
He's the only one.
This side is going to be really easy. There is no gas filler nozzle area right here. God, that was stupid. Now we've got a spot picked out because the glass that he had... I appreciate you guys coming over.
Wait a minute, they're not coming over. They're already here. This is your channel, not mine.
Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this particular video. That was a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Careful. Cut.